Hello, so it is Sunday, it is September 10th, and today's been kind of a weird day. I'm kind of hanging out in bed and watching stuff on Netflix. I got some snacks, and Salem decided he wanted to hang out where my computer usually goes, so I stuck a pillow there. That's my phone going off. And because of that, I put my computer over here to export the vlog so he wouldn't sit on the keyboard. As far as Salem goes, he's still not eating his cat food. But he got a little bit of turkey and he got some cat treats and he ate a little bit of that. So he's got something in his stomach at least. But I'm making plans with Dad to take him to the vet on Tuesday. Cause that's when Dad comes home, Tuesday morning. I also asked Dad to bring home a can of wet cat food and see if maybe he'll eat that. So, he's just been hanging out in my room and sleeping. He doesn't like to leave my room. He just wants to stay in my room all day, so I'm going to let him. But I'm just going to keep an eye on him, I guess, and keep trying to put food in him and just wait till Tuesday, I think. Okay, so some good news on Salem's front. He's still chilling on his little desk space here. But I did some Googling. I talked to Dad, and lunch meat's not good to give him in large quantities. It's like a treat, but chicken breast is apparently totally fine. They prefer dark meat more, but Salem loves chicken. He loves chicken a lot. And apparently there's some people who just feed their cats chicken, and it's perfectly fine. So I had some chicken breast, and I tore up a couple pieces and gave it to him, and he ate quite a bit of it. Like when I was feeding him like other stuff earlier, he didn't really eat much, but the chicken, he ate a good amount. Not a full meal size, but still, I think I'm just going to do that through Tuesday. I have a larger chunk of chicken breast defrosting. I'm gonna bake it, shred it up, and just hand feed him bits of chicken periodically throughout the day, which is healthy for him. Like, it's good for him to eat, so I won't feel bad about giving it to him rather than like cat treats and stuff. And then I'm gonna ask Dad to bring home some wet cat food, chicken flavored, because again, he loves chicken. And if he eats that, no problem. I might say to not go to the vet until after we bomb the house and deal with the fleas. Because if he likes the wet cat food, then we'll just give him that. So, and again, apparently just plain old chicken breast is something that people feed their cats as their sole diet all the time, I guess. I don't know. I'm going to Google it. It's not something I want to do all the time because I know him. If I keep this up for a while, he'll get spoiled and never want to eat regular cat food again. But I don't know. But it's an improvement. At least, you know, I have something here that he will eat. So, I'm just gonna get him to eat that until Dad comes home, and then I guess we'll figure out where to go from there. And now he's gonna take a nap. Did you like the chicken? Yeah, you like the chicken? It's yummy? Yeah. Hello. It's Monday. I have had one hell of a day. I haven't even been up that late, like up for very long, I mean. I stayed up late last night, I was watching a movie or whatever, and I didn't really get moving until shortly after noon. Whatever. It wasn't great. It was a little later than that, actually. I think it was closer to 1 o'clock, but I was up late last night. But that's not the point. The point is, since I've been up and moving around for the past, I don't know, hour, I have had a really just... It's been a fucking day. Let's just say it that way. So, on Salem's end, he's refusing chicken now. So, I told Patrick to make arrangements to mess around with his work schedule so that Dad and I are available to take him to the vet tomorrow. He already did that. I told Dad about it, asked him, told him we gotta take him to the vet. Which vet did he want to go to? Hopefully he gets back to me soon, because I think the one that's in town, I need to make an appointment. But there's an emergency place in South Deerfield, which is right near Dwayne lives, so there's that. Salem also pissed in the sink, so I'm willing to bet that whatever his problem is might be related to his urinary infection. Might be something like that. In that regard, Patrick and I are going to clean up the litter box and give him a nice fresh litter box and hope that maybe we can encourage him to go in there instead. It's a little dirty. It's not terrible, but it's bad enough that he might just be like he doesn't want to deal with it. I don't know. He was also very thirsty, but no food. So that happened. He's also whining to be let into my room, but I need to wipe him down because I'm pretty sure there's pee in his fur and I don't want it on my bed. And then I got a voicemail from Mom. Little backstory on my mom. She has dissociative identity disorder, which is the new name for multiple personality disorder. She's had it for a long time. And occasionally it gets the best of her, and she has these little episodes where she makes spontaneous decisions without planning ahead, or she decides to go on a road trip, and like the one year she kind of disappeared and was in Tennessee, and the only reason Dad knew that is he was tracking her credit card purchases because he couldn't find her. I was living in Lowell at the time, so I didn't hear about this till after the fact. But anyway, I got a voicemail from her from about an hour before I woke up, so I didn't hear it when she called. But she was driving, and her car ran out of gas, and she didn't have a gas can, and she was hoping my dad would get a gas can and go rescue her. He's at work right now. He's not available. He's not allowed to have cell phones on his person when he's in the fab, which he works at Analog Devices, so there's a lot of high-tech machinery and dangerous chemicals and a lot of static electricity, so no cell phones. They have to lock them in their car. They're not allowed to bring them into the building. So he's not reachable right now. So I tried calling her back. Her cell phone would not answer. I called like 20 times. I called her house phone just in case she managed to get there. Didn't work. Left a message on Facebook just in case she saw it. Basically was scrambling for half an hour dealing with that phone call and trying to get Salem to eat chicken. Got a phone call a little while later from a cop. Mom got picked up. They found her. They called a tow truck for her car. Checked in with us. So like, is she allowed to drive? Like, yes, she is. But sometimes she doesn't plan ahead, so things happen. Whatever. But they wanted a family member to come down and claim her, but obviously Patrick and I don't have our license. We can't do that, so I asked him to call Mom's social worker, because a social worker does have the legal capacity to pick somebody up. And she has a new social worker, so I don't even know this person's name. She's only had this person for like 2 weeks. So, but he said he had that contact information, and that was about 45 minutes ago, so I'm guessing he got it figured out. I wouldn't mind another call as with an update, but I don't know. Hopefully Mom sees my Facebook message and contacts me instead. I don't know. But in any case, she got found. She got stuck on the side of the road. So now I'm just dealing with Salem stuff. So that's been my day. I have been awake and moving around for all of an hour and a half. So I gotta wait for a message from Dad and figure out this whole vet thing. There's a couple of vets around that we could take him to. It's just, I don't know if I need to make an appointment or not, because sometimes if it's something like this, they like you to do things beforehand, like collect, stool or urine samples, which I don't know how I would do, but, gotta make sure I get everything that they need before we go, so. Yep. Just shoot me now, please. He whined until I let him in. So, Salem is, no, you keep them paws in that towel. He's in a burrito until his fur dries off. Because I don't want cat piss on my bed. Because your paws are wet. And I'm pretty sure it's not just water. So you're just going to sit in this towel, okay? And I'm going to keep trying to feed you chicken, even though you're probably going to say no. Patrick and I are going to deal with the litter box. And I'm going to try to get everything else figured out. Because holy shit. Well, I called the local vet clinic a little while ago. Salem has an appointment for Wednesday now at 3. Their in-house vet isn't available on Tuesdays. I think she goes out and, or they go out, I don't know who it is, makes house calls or something on Tuesdays. So we had plans for tomorrow anyway that we needed to do, so I think we're going to do that. We're gonna bomb the house and try to get rid of these damn fleas, is what I think we're doing. So we're going to do that and take him to the vet, and hopefully everything will be okay. This guy has been picking the most random places to nap. He has been napping a lot. It's probably because he doesn't have a lot of energy from lack of food. But he doesn't seem lethargic or out of it. Because, if I poke at him and he opens his eyes, he's like, hey. Well, this isn't a good indication. But earlier he perked up just fine. But he's probably getting sick of me poking at him. But his behavior, other than the lack of eating, has been fairly normal. So, just, kind of tired. So just gotta wait till Wednesday. Other than that, I'm talking to Alicia right now, just giving her updates on everything today, and I think we might play a game online together. So, we shall see. We've been watching Markiplier play West of Loathing, and there is a game that came before that's browser-based, and apparently you can play with people. We both want to play it, so we might try and see if we can make that work, because it's so friggin' funny. So, it's Tuesday. And There's no luck with the wet food. Dad brought home some wet food, but he wasn't interested. Hey, buddy. Dad just left to take Patrick to work, and he's gonna pick up some bug bombs, and we're gonna bomb the house and try to get rid of the fleas today. And then tomorrow he's got his vet appointment, so not gonna be a whole lot to vlog about today, because we're just gonna be sitting in a car for 4 hours and driving around waiting for the bomb to finish. So, yep. Alrighty, so it's like 8:30 at night, and it's been a long day. So we bombed the house, set off the bug bomb to get rid of the fleas. Excuse me, just putting that down. And I think it did the trick mostly. I haven't seen that many. I've seen a few landing on me, but that's probably because the cats still have them, which, yeah, means some of them are going to wind up in the house again. But when we went to Leominster to the pet store, they didn't have the spray we like to use, but we'll keep trying to get it. But we didn't want to medicate the cats in case the vet place has some. And today was literally the only day we could bomb this week. Like, we had no time. So it was now or never, basically. But I think we put a big dent on it, and we just finished cleaning up the house, which took a while. Had to wipe down all the surfaces to get rid of the spray residue and vacuum, and we got a load of dishes running and whatnot. Hello, Rango. Hi. He's rubbing on my arm. You're being very affectionate today. This one cried a lot in the car. Diamond, oh my god, Diamond was the biggest brat. We almost weren't able to bomb today because when we were going to leave, we had to get out of the house by 2 at the latest, because otherwise Patrick wouldn't get picked up at work until like 7. Because we need that long for the bomb to finish and for the spray to settle and to air out the house and all that. No, you're not sitting on my keyboard. He likes to do that for some reason. Anyway, so we had the cats loaded up and we're getting ready to set off the bombs, and I'm getting Diamond. He did not want to come out of his cage. He spent a good 20 minutes just sitting there, and every time I went to reach him, he started hissing at me. And that is a snake's way of saying, don't touch me. So hissing is a warning, and if I had kept it up, he would have bitten me or something. Or he was not having it. So it was only 20 minutes of me being like, okay, how do I get the angry snake into the pillowcase so we can actually take him into the car and put him in the cage thing that we use. So it was mostly just me sitting and hoping he'd come down and try it again, only to have him hiss again, and he was hissing pretty loud. Like, this was a very clear no. This wasn't like a teeny little hiss, like, you know, sometimes when he's just a little aggravated. This was a fuck no, basically. But eventually he calmed down, and I decided to try picking him up again, and then when I did, he was like, alright, and he was fine, and he was looking around and stuff. So we got him into the car, and he had no problem in the car once we got him. But it was a solid 20 minutes where I was like, we can't leave the house because my snake is literally throwing a hissy fit. He's such a pain in the ass. Yeah, you saw him looking at me. He ducked, but he was looking at me. He's such a grumpy old man. Yes, there he goes. There he goes. He's poking his head over. Zoom in. You see his little snoot. Oh, you're hiding now, huh? Yeah. Yeah, you. We almost didn't make it today because you were being a brat. And speaking of brats, this one had no problem in the car. One thing that did make me happy is he was whining. So even though he's sick and he hasn't eaten anything since Sunday, he had enough energy to complain, which I think is a good sign. But why I'm not happy now is because he pissed on my bed. So I have my sheets in the wash, blankets airing out. That needs to go in the wash too, but our dryer is so terrible that if I put that in, it won't be dry till Thursday, and I need something for tonight. So if that's not like super damp, most of it went right through it. So yeah, it's a little gross, but I'll spray some Febreze on it and just use it to cover myself tonight because I have nothing else. But the sheets will be clean, and I'm going to put my blankets in the wash tomorrow. Because it's 8:30, and I'm probably not going to stay up too late. Like, I'm probably stay up till like midnight at the latest. which is probably how long it's going to take to clean my sheets, because our washer and dryer are very old, and they don't work very well. Yeah. Or I may not use it at all. I don't know. I'll figure it out. But yeah, he peed on my bed. I'm not happy. Not happy. Hey. Yeah, I know you're sick, but that's no excuse. There's no excuse. Yeah, I know, buddy. You're going to the vet tomorrow. It's like you were complaining all day about being in the car. Tomorrow's going to be so much worse. The vet's going to be poking and prodding at you, and you're going to hate it. And then he's going to see the cat carrier tomorrow and go, oh my god, again? Yeah, it's not going to be fun. Anyway, I am going to hop on Skype and talk to Alicia. Could you stop climbing onto my keyboard, Ringo? Stop it. Yeah, I know. Just animal shenanigans all day. But anyway, it's Alicia's birthday, so I'm going to talk to her on Skype and just relax for the rest of the day, because I'm basically done with cleaning except for with the wash. So, yeah. So, since it's Alicia's birthday, I decided to do a Skype call, but Skype was not working. So we tried video chatting on Facebook, but my computer didn't like it, and I realized I have a phone that can do things my computer can't do. So I did this. So I used my little filming tripod thing. Hi, Alicia.
Hi.
How you doing?
Hello.
We're having fun with the filters. A lot of fun. You can't see me, so let me just go. I don't know if that was in frame, but anyway, we're going to try to get John to join the call, but this could be like a setup for me where I just have it set up like this and I'm chatting with somebody. So, video chat on Discord is being rolled out very slowly to new people, but it could be a thing to do with the Discord people too. So, either that or, you know, there's always Facebook. Apparently you can even do group video chats. I'm not sure up to how many people, but this could be a thing. Just set it up near and just mess around on my computer. So, yay! Happy birthday!
Thank you.
So it's Wednesday, and today is the vet trip. What, are you mid-scratch here, and you just decided to... Frank goes over there. I have two kitties. Salem is, you know, still not eating, but he is drinking water at least, and he's still being vocal. He was meowing at my door for me to let him in this morning, and he actually crawled into his kitty carrier and lay down, which was a little weird because yesterday he was really not happy about being in there, but whatever. Hopefully he'll be good when we go to the vet later. Patrick went to work. It's a little afternoon now. We're not going to leave for about 2 hours, so I'm going to finish getting ready, like do my hair and whatever, and do some more laundry. Because last night I cleaned my sheets, and I need to clean my white blanket because it still has cat pee on it. Because somebody thought my bed was a litter box. Huh. Yeah. Yeah, you. Not happy. Okay, so I meant to vlog just before we left, but we left in a hurry, so that didn't work. But we are back from the vet. Salem is in his carrier, doesn't really want to come out right now, but he actually did pretty good when he was there. He wasn't too fussy. He got checked out, he got his temperature taken, but he didn't complain. But anyway, so the vet is pretty sure it's anemia. He's showing signs of anemia, but that can be caused by a number of things. It could be blood loss from the fleas. It could be a parasite introduced by the fleas. It could be early signs of feline leukemia, because he's about the age when that shows up. So, so they took some blood, and they're gonna do some blood work and call tomorrow with the results. But in the meantime, you know, his lack of eating is an issue. So, so basically, we got some meds for him. So, yep. Let's see. Yeah, so this one right here is meant to decrease stomach acidity since it's empty, so it won't irritate him. This one is to induce appetite, and then this one, I believe, is an antibiotic. So I have instructions on how to give them to him, and toe cutter, flea thing, and Also, they gave me some cat food, some wet food that it has twice as many calories as normal food, so he doesn't have to eat as much of it, and we need to get him to eat. So, so we'll see if he eats normally, and give him small amounts several times a day, and see if he eats normally, and if he still refuses to eat, she showed me how to force feed. I have these little syringes, little depressed things, and you know, you sucks him up, and then you open up his mouth and you make him swallow it. So it's not exactly a pleasant experience. That was when he got the most fussy, was when they were showing me how to do that. But I think it's something I can do. So force feeding a cat's weight using force feeding a snake, I'll say that much. Diamond has been a problem feeder in the past, and trying to get him to eat is extremely difficult. So if I can handle getting Diamond to eat, I'm pretty sure I can get Salem to eat. So he had a little bit of the food when we left. So I'm going to wait about another hour or 2 hours, see if his, what's it called? The famotidine? The famotidine kicks in and encourages appetite. And then try to give him a little more. And that's what we're going to do. And just keep doing that. And we'll get the blood test results tomorrow, and we'll know exactly what it is. And as for the flea issue, we are going to remedicate him next week, because that'll be a solid month after the last one. So we'll be allowed to basically give another, and we know a different brand to use that is actually known for being very good, and we can get it in the local Walmart, so we don't have to go all the way out to Leominster for it. But we're going to have to wait till next week to do that. So in the meantime, the most important thing is to get him to eat. But I have the tools to do that. I even got some soft treats to hide his pills in. They didn't have the actual pill pocket things, but these are soft, and he doesn't need to take a whole pill of anything. The biggest one he needs is a half of something, so I can hopefully sneak that in there. So yeah, so now we're just waiting to see what the blood test results are, and I will get that tomorrow. Okay, I can say the German names. For anybody else watching the vlog who's probably like, where did this segue come from? On the Discord chat, it's kind of devolved into all kinds of conversations. We were swapping figure drawing horror stories. So if you're an artist who's ever taken a figure drawing class, you know exactly what I'm talking about, because when you're dealing with nude models, things get weird. Anyway, conversation kept going, and wound up talking about where we were living. I mentioned living in Germany for a while, and I mentioned the names of the places I lived, and Sasha was like, I have no, like, how do you say this? Or like, she was trying to picture in her head how you say them, so I was like, I can say them for you, so here I am. So Sasha, if you're watching, the first town I lived in, oh, this is one of the hard ones, Schallbruch. You have to build up phlegm in the back of your throat to say a lot of German words. It's kind of weird. Schallbruch, or Schallbruch, we just said Schallbruch, which is the easy way, but yeah, if you roll the back of your throat, it's easier. Then Niederheide, and then the NATO base that my dad was at was Geilenkirchen. Yeah. It's the names are kind of hard to pronounce. Basically, if there's any hard CH sounds, you kind of have to say them in the back of your throat. It's very guttural. But I like the language. I should probably learn it on Duolingo. I'm not really doing much else at home. I should probably get back into it, because I got pretty good for a while. So, meh. Okay, I found this thing from back when Dwayne was still living here and taking a lot of meds, cleaned it out, and set up his meds for the week. And I also set an alarm on my phone to go off at 4 p.m. every day to remember to take it, so he's good for that. And I'm going to attempt to feed him again in, I don't know, about an hour and a half or so. I said, 4 or 5 times a day, 3 or 4 times a day, and so I'm thinking every 3 hours might even out with the fact that, I got to sleep at some point. So I think they were feeding him around 4, so I'll try around 7, and we'll see if the appetite pill worked. So it's Thursday, and Mr. Kitty is, still sick. I woke up about 6:30 this morning to use the bathroom, and I had placed his carrier and his water dish out in the living room for the night, and he was asking to come into my room, and he was kind of loud, and I think he doesn't have a lot of energy to walk around, so he gets a little distressed. Like, he was pretty weak, so I think I'm going to keep him in my room full time. So I'm going to ask Dad to pick up a small disposable litter box for this room. And yeah, so he slept in his carrier a little bit, and then he came up and he crawled up next to me on the bed, and I got up around 9, and he's been up ever since, and He snoozed on my printer for a little bit, and then I just fed him. So, yeah, I had to force feed him with the syringe 3 times last night, and he's gotten 2 doses today. So, I'm going to do that probably about every 2 to 3 hours, because the cans of food they gave me, they want me to give him about half of that can in a 24-hour period or so. So, yeah, he doesn't really enjoy the process, but, you know, at least he's getting food in him. So, yeah, we're just gonna hang out. I gotta do a little laundry because the towel that was in there last night that he was sleeping on, he peed on it. So I gave him a new towel, but I don't have a replacement if he pees on that. So I gotta do another little laundry. I should probably get my blanket out of the wash. So yeah, hopefully he'll have the energy to use a litter box if there's one nearby. So yeah, it's gonna be a fun weekend, but at least he's getting some food in him, and other than that, I haven't seen anything else that's really too distressing. So I'm gonna wait for the blood test results. The vet is supposed to call me sometime today. Still no call from the vet. Salem's had 3 doses of food today. Every time I feed him, about 20 minutes later, he starts crying, and he tries to move or something or whatever. He's in his carrier again, but he just got out and tried to climb up into my closet and then got stuck. Like, he didn't really have the strength to jump as high as he wanted, so his claws got stuck to a sweater, so I brought him out and put him back in his carrier, and then he cried some more, and now he's quiet. So I'm thinking what it probably is having food in his stomach when he hasn't had much is probably making him feel weird, either that he gets the urge to go somewhere and he doesn't have the strength to make it, and then he starts crying. I don't know. But his breathing's normal. He's not making weird sounds, you know. He doesn't cry out in pain when I touch him, so I think it's mostly just complaining. So, but it does happen consistently with every feeding. About 20 minutes after every feeding, he cries for like a minute or 2, and then he goes to sleep. So it's probably that his stomach feels really weird. He was prescribed a medication to reduce stomach acid. So yeah, so he is getting a dose of that today, but not till 4, because it's supposed to be every 24 hours or so, and that's about when he was medicated last. So he's going to have to wait a few hours for that, but because he wasn't really doing that as much last night with the feeding. So yeah, after I give him the famotidine, I'll see if that behavior stops, because I bet you it's his tummy bothering him. Also, I just realized this vlog is probably going to be ridiculously long. I really don't want to break it up in the middle of the week when I edit this. So yeah, future me, I'm not going to enjoy editing this later, but whatever. Okay, so it's a little after 3:30. I was napping for a little bit. Scared the crap out of me. I got a little thing of litter, and I guess I decided to make some noise. I don't know what the hell that was. But anyway, the vet called with his blood test results. So basically, Salem does not have feline leukemia, and it seems that his kidney and liver function is fine, his organs are fine. It's his blood cell count. He is very anemic. His red blood cell count should be around 30, and it's at 11. So he's severely anemic, and that's what it is. So the anemia could be caused by a multitude of things. It could be just the sheer amount of fleas sucking him dry. It could be mycoplasma introduced by the fleas, or it could be his own immune system destroying red blood cells in threat of an infection. So if it's the actual fleas, he's too weak for flea medication. If we were to give him something like Frontline or whatever, it would kill him. So she recommended gently washing him with Dawn soap and like the dish soap or whatever, and brushing him with a flea comb. We got a flea comb yesterday, so I will just try to pull as many off of him as I can. If it's mycoplasm, he needs to take an antibiotic, which she prescribed yesterday, so he has that. If it's the third reason, he would need to take a steroid. So Dad is actually on his way to see Dwayne, and he's going to make a stop at the vet's office and pick up that steroid medication as well as some Dawn dish soap, and then come back later and she wants me to call tomorrow to let her know if he's improved at all. So I guess I'm just gonna keep waiting, keep feeding him, medicating him. He hasn't had any meds yet today. He's due for his meds at 4. I was gonna feed him a little bit at 4 and then give him his meds so that he has some food in his stomach and it's everything. But he's just been sleeping. So I mean, if he's that anemic, that's probably why he's so tired. So hopefully, this medicine regimen and everything, we can help. We also really need to deal with the fleas in the house. The balm helped a lot. Like, we were seeing like a ton. Like, you know, I would walk through a room and see like 20 fleas on my ankles, and now I only see like 1 or 2. So it helped a lot. Like, I'm seeing almost none. We still have some spray that worked a little well. That worked a little good. Not as effective as the balm did, but Patrick and I are going to continue to spray the house. We're going to do it like daily, basically. And I'm going to treat my room carefully because I don't want to disturb him too much. But I'm thinking personally it might be the second or the third reason, because Rango's been dealing with the fleas just as long as Salem and he's perfectly fine. So I don't think it's the sheer number of fleas biting. I think it's most likely a mycoplasm or the autoimmune thing that she said it was. So yeah, so we'll medicate and we'll treat and everything, and hopefully he'll get better. Alright, Dad came back. We have the steroids, so I have to give this to him twice a day. Probably just going to give him 1 dose today because it's so late in the afternoon. So I'll just put this, he's got a little station. I'm going to put that over here. Dad's going to go see Dwayne and get some, what's it called, the dish soap. So I have been given instructions to call them tomorrow and on Monday with an update, and she wants to do a red blood cell count as soon as possible. So Dad was saying at the very latest he can be home for Tuesday morning. So, which is good. So by Monday when I call to with my check, I'll bring him in. So basically it's just medicate, feed, and just wait till Tuesday, I guess. So that's a little better. So yeah, he's actually due for food again, so I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna medicate, and just in the hopes of not making this vlog like an hour long. I think I'll only record if I have like an update of like new information instead of more of the same. Okay, in addition to what is undoubtedly gonna be one of the longest vlogs ever. So I can't remember when I vlogged last, but might have been after I medicated him and he screamed at me. I think I mentioned how the prednisolone didn't taste good and he wasn't enjoying the experience. Since then he's been sleeping as usual, and sometimes he cries and rolls over. I tried to feed him about an hour ago, and yeah, he wasn't feeling that. He didn't get much of it, and he was meowing just in distress for a while, for a little bit. But I'm thinking it was just, you know, after the whole medicine ordeal, he just doesn't like having a syringe in his mouth, because even though he cried and he seemed a little off in the carrier, he just, you can't really see real well, but he rolled over and he's on his back and he's sprawling, and he only does that when he's really comfortable. Like, that's his like comfort thing, and it looked like he's been rolling around a little bit and getting comfy rather than just laying where you put him. So I'm gonna take that as a hopeful sign that something might be working, and probably not gonna get a lot of sleep tonight. I'm thinking most likely tonight is gonna be a lot of napping, because if I wake up in the middle of the night and it's been a few hours, I might try to put a little more food and water in him. So, but yeah, I'm feeling a little hopeful. So so it's technically Friday morning. It's almost 3 in the morning. Salem passed away. Over the afternoon, he just got progressively worse. He got weaker. he cried a lot. Like, I think he was in pain every time he tried to move. I don't know. But around 11, he started seizing. He had some seizures, and he collapsed and was unresponsive. He was still breathing, but, you know, other than that, like, there was nothing. And I could tell he was done. I mean, you know, whether he would have passed naturally, like, it could, for all I know, it could have taken hours for him to pass naturally, but I could tell he was done. And so Patrick's friend Jesse was here, and he took us out to South Deerfield to a 24-hour clinic, and they euthanized him. With the state he was in, it didn't feel right to try to make him hold on, because he was just gonna get worse, and he'd been suffering all day, and I was doing everything I could, but he was past the point of no return, and it was just better just to just let him go peacefully. It's just, instead of fighting the way he was fighting all day. So he was euthanized, and it was really peaceful. He went very quietly. He went very quickly, which just told me just how far gone he was. And the people there were very nice, despite the fact that we were there at like 12:30 in the morning. And kudos to Jesse for driving us out there. It was 40 minutes away. Dad was up, and he transferred me the money for the services for the euthanasia and the post-mortem. He's gonna get cremated. I'm gonna get his ashes returned. The service that they have just returns the ashes in like a box, and you get a container yourself, which works better because I don't really know exactly what kind of container I'd want, and it's a lot more money up front to get the container at the same time, so I'm gonna I'll figure that out later. They're gonna call in 7 to 10 days for us to go pick them up. So yeah, I have to call the vet tomorrow and let them know, because they wanted me to check in when I was doing, so I gotta let them know that he passed. Jesse and Patrick have a day planned. They're gonna go to an arcade that's way up in New Hampshire. They've been planning this for months, so they're still gonna go. They offered to take me with, but I don't want to go. So, but John and Alicia are coming out from Lowell tomorrow, and they're gonna kidnap me or whatever for the day. I don't really know. They're gonna be here, so it's good. So yeah. I don't really know if I have anything else to say that I haven't said already, so I'd like to eventually, I guess, do like a tribute video like Bailey did when her pets died. With the way my computer is, it's gonna have to wait, but I would like to do that at some point. There's a possibility I might be getting an old computer from Alicia when I go visit for my road test, so if it functions well, I can do that, but I don't know. I got stuff I gotta clean up, but it's 3 in the morning and I'm tired and just I'm done, so I'm gonna try to go to bed. Yeah, this probably is going to be a super long vlog, because I don't know if I'm going to have it in me to edit tomorrow, or I'm not going to bother with it. I'm going to put tomorrow's clips and Saturdays in, so, you know, long vlog, which probably won't bother anybody watching, but my computer's going to throw a fit, and I'll deal with it, so, but, yeah. I don't know, we tried real hard, but it was just too much. He couldn't take it, so anyway, I'm gonna go to bed now. So it's Friday. I didn't sleep well. I called the vet place and they already knew. The 24-hour place contacted them. So, and I called Mom and she wanted to be updated. And I just spent a little bit of time cleaning up, throwing away some stuff and safely disposing of all the medicine that he never took. So, John and Alicia are going to come see me today, so I don't really know what we're going to do, but they'll be here, so that'll be good. So, John and Alicia are here. Hello. Hello. They're kidnapping me, and we're gonna go to Leominster and wander and do a Pokemon walk and stuff. So,
Stuff.
Kidnapping! Hooray! So it's Saturday night. Yesterday, John, Alicia, and I walked around Leominster and did a Pokemon Go thing, and we also went to Michael's and Five Below and Halloween City, and just kind of hung out, and we went out to dinner, so that was good. I will show you what I got at Michael's. I got a toned gray sketchbook. I still have my little book, but this one has perforated sheets. So if I decide to do something bigger, something more final that's not a study, I've got that. So, and I got a new Uniball Sigma White gel pen because mine are drying out. I got a Pentel black brush pen. I like using this for hair effects. When I'm doing black hair, this felt tip gives me really great feathering. And the one that I currently have is the one I've always had. I've never replaced it, and Inktober's coming up. So I'm like, I might as well get another one because I will use it a lot. I also got a pencil sharpener because John got this and uses it for his Prismacolor premieres, and he has not had breakage once. So, and mine keeps breaking. So I'm going to try them. Also went to Five Below and got 2 folding storage ottomans. They're the same pattern. They're going to replace this one because this one's falling apart. It's got it's tearing, and also there's more things I want to fit in here, and this is stuff. So I'm going to do that. And then I have this thing. This is from Patrick and Jesse. They went to an arcade up in New Hampshire, and there weren't as many video games as they wanted, so when they were done they had a whole ton of tokens left, so they played ticket redemption games, and Patrick got 6 jackpots, cleaned out a machine, and then got 2 more jackpots. So they got 1,600 some odd tickets, and they redeemed some of them on this and gave it to me. Because the last time I went to an arcade in February, I got Cletus, which is that blue goofy looking dinosaur up there with the scarf. There he is. So, I'm sorry, I think I shut the camera off. So after Cletus, they got me this, and they named it Pinkadilly, and I guess goofy arcade dinosaurs is going to become a thing, which I'm totally fine with. So, yeah. Anyway, I also shaved this because it was bothering me, and the only reason I was growing it out was, to help with the zombie makeup for the zombie drag show, which I'm not going to because it's happening right now. So, yeah, but, I don't know. It's been a hell of a week, obviously. I don't even know how long this vlog is going to be. I'm not going to look forward to editing this, but whatever. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you to everybody who said nice things on the internet, and in real life, and everything, so, yeah, I'll get through it, but, yeah, anyway, I'm reading, basically, for the rest of the evening, so I'm gonna go back to that, but I'm gonna end the vlog now, so, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.